What massively used invention could you absolutely live without? Alexa or Dot, or whatever they are called now. It's like it's nice. I can ask what the weather is for a day. Then you go back to checking the weather on your phone. Because it's more practical. My family and I use our Amazon Echo mostly to set a timer for cooking and baking. Mostly because hands are dirty from preparing food, so we don't want to touch our phones the moment we put something in the oven. Alexa, timer. 30 minutes. 200 well spent. If anyone knows any low effort Alexa commands that are useful for daily life, please let me know. We don't have a smart home or anything like that though. Close bracket. A bra. I'm male. So am I. Condoms. Don't need them if you're not having sex. Facebook. Seconded. I know far too many people that get their news exclusively from FB and are completely misinformed because of it. I thought I couldn't survive without a car. Then I moved to downtown Barcelona for a year and never even missed it. It's hard to survive in America without one for sure. But if I lived in Europe I would never buy one. I would probably labor a little moped though. For weekend trips. I came here to say this. I do live in America, but due to medical reasons can't drive. I feel like the world would be better off if people weren't so dependent on them. This is my big gripe about the autonomous car circle jerk. The future of transportation isn't autonomous. It's public. If everyone's car drives itself you'll still be stuck in traffic. You just won't have a horn anymore. Cigarettes. There would really be no downside to cigarettes not existing. Self-facing cameras on phones. Vapes. I'm living without one and have been for my entire life. So I proved that I can. Would you rather people go back to smoking? I'd rather walk by fruity tuity madness than cigarette, but / ashtray smell. It's this exact reason I'm buying a nice little pocket vape this week. Not a jewel, but I think some people call them box mods or something. I work in sales, so I'm face to face with people all through the day, and I smoke like a chimney. I can't stand the smell of cigarettes, so I can't imagine what it must be like for someone who's a non-smoker. I actually feel embarrassed sometimes. Pyjamas. My mom bought me pyjamas when I was a kid. I hated them, so she never bought me pyjamas again. I've never considered buying myself pyjamas. When I was a kid my mother was poor, so I just kinda slept in whatever I was wearing. I think my mother made it seem normal. She died and I still did it up into middle school. One day my teacher asks the class how the kids start their day, and I was just like yeah I wake up, already got my clothes on and I go to school. The class was duck and shook. Could not believe that I was just steady wearing the same clothes. I sleep naked now if you're wondering, and wear new clothes for a new day. Smartwatches. TikTok. A blender. I haven't blended anything in 15 years and can't imagine I will anytime soon. I make smoothies with mine, but if not for that I couldn't imagine needing it. Those dozen speed settings, each labeled with a different action, all just seem like things you could do with a cutting board. I got a bullet blender and it has one speed, duck in blend. Cable. Cancelled mine today after 30 minutes on the phone with Spectrum. Probably spent more time on that call than I did watching the cable. Microwaves. Why? Because I'm broke as duck and haven't had one for the past 5 years, and it's helped me realize that there are other, less convenient ways to reheat food. I haven't had a cell phone in 6 months, and my social interactions haven't changed at all, so I'll say that. Television. The TV set or the subscription? I can do without the latter, but I need the former, as a gamer. A hairdryer. Google Assistant. A smartphone. I think in this day and age you would at least need a cell phone of some kind. Since payphones are gone, I could see myself with just a phone that makes calls and sends texts. Cell phones / smartphones are one of those things that those of us who remember what it was like before they were everywhere knows that we may do without them. but would probably have a lot of trouble adapting to if it were to happen again. Keurig pod coffee machines. So much waste. I never thought making coffee was all that difficult. Guns. I've never used one, and probably will never use one. As a gun enthusiast, this is totally valid. If you don't enjoy it, and don't feel it necessary, you really don't need one. Fully agree. I still say people should be aware of the basic firearm safety rules though, in case one is found around them. Although a sliver of me, probably just my personality type, says you should try damn near everything for yourself before saying you won't never ever don't like something. Within legal/non-life threatening reasons, of course. Toaster. Haven't owned a toaster in going on 3 years now. Only mildly inconvenienced every few months or so. Frying pan works as well for toasters. A toaster, so heck. Children. iPads. Agreed. Or any tablet really. I use an iPad, but if I were told they're all being recalled tomorrow, my laptop and phone is always there. Electric kettle. Sure, it's convenient, but I can just boil water on the stove instead. You'd have to pry my electric kettle from my hot dead hands. My hands would be hot because they were holding the kettle. A dishwasher. I feel like everyone I know has one. I prefer to wash my dishes by hand, even though it's one of my least favorite chores. I just don't like dishwashers. Lived without a dishwasher for 3 years, and it was pure hell for me. I ducking love my dishwasher. Saves hours a week and my hands aren't constantly dry and cracked. A rice cooker. Just one more thing to take up space in my kitchen when a pot with a lid works just fine. Instapot is where it's at. Rice cooker, pressure cooker and crock pot, all in one. Social media in general. I bailed on Facebook around 2011 and have never looked back. I do have a junk account to browse/post on local buy/sell/trade, but that's mostly because people use Craigslist less now. I left Facebook about 2 months ago. So glad I did. That place is so toxic right now. Coffins. Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, the current TV program, smart home stuff, video game DLCs. Cell phones. I hate the expectation to be on call every day, all day. Sliced bread. I like mine freshly sliced and am willing to move a knife for 10 seconds for it. Tampons. I'm a guy. Fortnite. Straws. Just drink with your goddamn mouth. Vibrator lol. Ketchup. Twitter, does this count? A lawnmower. Reggaeton. The humble Pez dispenser. It's literally just a piece of plastic made to shoot candies in your mouth. I have hands to do that. Thank you very much. Instant mashed potatoes. The automatic transmission. Although with my luck, I'll break an arm or something. Now that I've said that, I want my first car or truck to be stick, so people don't ask to borrow it to move, especially if I have a truck. Going to the doctor tomorrow morning cause I'm pretty sure I broke my hand, but I was able to ride my dirt bike okay. It's my throttle hand and all my fingers work fine besides my pinky, so I just have trouble with the front brake, but at least I can still work my clutch. Till I'm told tomorrow that I'm not allowed to ride my dirt bike, skate, stack hay, or do anything. Close bracket. Tinder, Bumble, any of the dating apps or sites. A cell phone. If it wasn't a necessity in modern life, I probably wouldn't have one. I have people bitching at me that I never pick up the phone or text back quickly, more often than I have an actual need for it. Capitalistic healthcare. Not living long in the States without it though. Am I right? An iron. Bicycle. I'm not an outdoors person, and if I do need to go out and do something, my car gets the job done. Hats. I like M, but I never use M. A year ago, I moved for my first full-time job. I still do not own a bed frame. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.